Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the best brawlers for every single rarity inside of Brawl Stars. So kind of leading up to a tier list that's coming out in a few days time. So before we jump into the video, make sure you're using a create code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the best brawler for the common rarity inside of Brawl Stars, we have Bo. So it's a really tough choice between the likes of Stu, Ems and Bo. But for Bo, just gets the nod for me just because of like how strong he is across so many different game modes right now. He's such a good mid when it comes down to lots of different game modes like gem grab, like Brawl. He's good in hot zone right now, especially with his mines. Just again, one of those brawlers that can deal with a lot of different things in terms of Brawl Stars meta right now. And his mines are just a really good wall break option as well. It just allows you and your teammates to thrive a lot more. His gadget can be somewhat useful, especially when you can just retreat. You know, you need to heal, you can just pop your gadget down. You can get your super whilst healing up, which is a good thing about him. But yeah, I just absolutely love him now in the mid, just because he can easily gun pretty much every single mid inside of a game because of how fast he's able to actually shoot out his arrows. It's just absolutely insane how Bo has gone from pretty much one of the worst brawlers inside of a game to one of the best brawlers inside of a game just because of a small projectile speed buff. I thought the buff would make him really strong in the meta, but I didn't think it would make him as strong as he is right now. So yeah, make sure you're upgrading your Bo if he's low in power points, just because again, one of those brawlers that's not been in and around the meta. So I don't imagine too many brawlers have too many people have him to power 11, sorry. So yeah, definitely look to get him up. So trying to defend this one here, we've got a Dynamite super, which Mortis nearly got his ankles completely broken there. Dynamite probably going to finish me off here unless I get some good jukes in. I'm somehow able to kill with Jesse, but Mortis should be able to clean up and get the dub. So again, apologies for not uploading for 2 days in a row. Just been taking a little bit of a break, but should be back with a banger pretty soon. I realized I hadn't done like a tier list for like 2 months now, so yeah, definitely got to get back onto that. So we're getting pushed back constantly in our spawn here, so I wouldn't really say again like Bo is completely the best 1v1 brawler, but for what he's kind of good for, and the fact that like his mines are really good at least forcing the enemies into an uncomfortable position. It may not always connect onto the enemy, but at least it will give you a bit of map positioning. Again, like his mid just being able to chip at brawlers from a long distance pretty easily. It's just a really good factor about him. So going into overtime, it looks like we should be in a good position to score here, considering we're facing a Dynamite, which Mortis should really do really well against. We should be able to win this one. So it looks like that's going to be both the best common rarity. Let's hop into the next one. Okay, so next up with the rare rarity, we have Rosa. So there's only 4 brawlers to choose from in this rarity. Still no new rare brawler in the game, which is a bit disappointing. Again, only 4 brawlers to choose from, which was a pretty easy choice for me. It had to be Rosa. Maybe Barley would be like a close, well, not really a close second, but probably the second best. But yeah, Rosa going to be the best just because of how strong she is with her speed gear. She still continues to be such a strong brawler. She's slowly kind of been power crept in the meta. You know, brawlers that are tanky, you know, got other options like Daryl, for example, like Ash, who have kind of replaced her in the thing that she does. So you don't really see her all the time in Power League like you used to with like this gadget, even with this slow gadget as well, pretty good with Rosa. You just used to see her pretty much everywhere. But people have slowly learned how to counter her, especially with the mid brawlers as well, like Pam. So just kind of decrease in the meta. So I'm just going to continue to place my bushes as much as possible here. It's like Piper's hitting some nice shots. I'm going to pop my super to try and at least deter Ems a little bit. We've got to just heal up though. Piper just go for an absolutely wild trick shot. I don't think she's going to be able to land that one off. I'm going to try and get onto Spike. He's going to get killed right here. And we're going to look to try and connect these bushes a little bit. But yeah, the best modes to use Rosa on for me has to be gem grab. That's by far her best mode, just because of the bushes being able to latch onto the gem carrier on maps like Hard Rock Mine, for example. She's going to be pretty good there. So we're just going to continue to push this Piper. She shouldn't be having a good time against us. I'm going to pop my super probably a little bit too late. I was hoping I could have got that off before I got shot there, but looks like my teammates should be able to clean it up here. That should be an easy goal for the Surge. So looking pretty good right here. So it looks like I'm going to just wrap this video this game off right there, because else it's going to be a really long video. Let's hop into the next rarity. Alright guys, jumping into the best super rare brawler, we have Rico. So it's a tough decision between Rico and Daryl. If we would have recorded recorded this video a couple of months ago before Daryl got nerfed, it definitely would have been him because he was pretty much the best brawler inside of a game. But Rico, for me, has to be the best super rare brawler. He's just so good on so many different maps and modes right now. He's been overshadowed a little bit when it comes to the overall meta in brawlers like Ruffs, because he literally does, Ruffs does literally what Rico does, but he also has a really good defensive gadget and a good super. So maybe Rico has dropped off the overall meta just a little bit, but I would still say he's quite comfortably the best super rare brawler right now. So I don't even know why I used my super on a one-shot brawler there. That was just a really bad lapse of judgment from me, but we should be able to at least push up here and get our lead back. So I'm just going to push into this crow. Should be an easy takedown. I'm going to pop my gadget against there. Even with the debuff with the healing, we're still able to heal up to pretty much fully back. But it looks like we're probably going to lose this game, honestly. We got a super pass from the Cole right there, which is really nice, and that's going to be the goal for them. But Rico, overall, he's going to be super insane right now. Let's hop into the next rarity. Okay, so now jumping into the best epic brawler within the meta right now. This is an easy choice. It has to be Pam. So although she's fallen off the meta a little bit, still would say she's in and around the top 10 brawlers inside of the game right now. But her gadget just alone makes her such an OP pick when it comes down to the meta right now. She's just unbelievable as a gem carrier, as a mid in most open maps. Game modes like Hot Zone just going to be really good in, and just overall a really good counter pick when it comes to Power League, because she can pretty much deal with most brawlers, but when it comes down to it, you only really pick her when you want to counter those aggro brawlers. You know, for example, enemy team picks like a Fang, you can just easily play a Pam. You can use the gadget on the Fang every single time the Fang goes in, and you're going to pretty much get the kill every single time. So yeah, Pam still a really strong brawler in the meta right now. You can use your super really aggressively as well, throw that behind a wall, and it's going to be really hard for the enemies to actually deal with it. So overall, Pam's still going to be a really solid option. So when it comes down to her counters as well, not really a ton of brawlers that actually counter her. I would say only the likes, I mean, Colette can do an okay job against Pam because she's got such high HP. The likes of Belle is a good counter to Pam just because of the ricocheting shots. It can be hard for Pam to deal with that. So yeah, overall, not really a lot that can actually counter her. That's why it makes her such a strong brawler. So I'm going to pop my gadget right here, try and get as much value as possible. Not really hitting too many brawlers right there, but we're going to heal up behind our turret. Only one more gadget left, but to be fair, there's not really many brawlers I can use the gadget on. I'd only really use it in the close battles right here, but this should be an easy walk-in. I'm not even going to waste my super right here just so I can use it upon respawn. So yeah, let me know what you think of the list so far, and I kind of again wanted to make this video just in anticipation for the tier list, because if I made this video after the tier list, everyone would just know who's actually going to be like the best of each rarity. So I thought I'd make it just before it to tease you guys a little bit. So we're going to pop our gadget into the Pam right here. She's going to have no ammo, but it didn't really matter too much because she already had a shot unloaded and nearly killed me with it. So she went to get the jacket down. That's 15 seconds left, and that's going to be the best epic brawler. Let's hop into the next rarity. Okay guys, so jumping into the best mythic brawler in the game right now, we still have Byron. So it's actually a really tough choice between the likes of Squeak and Jean. You know, Jean's actually pretty decent in the meta right now, but I would say Byron just trumps it over the other brawlers. Just again, I just love the versatility with Byron. I'll say this every single time, but what makes a brawler so strong, and he continues to be one of the best for sure. So Squeak would have easily been the best mythic before the nerf, and he was still pretty much one of the best brawlers inside of the game, but as time's gone on, it's been slowly going down the meta just a little bit. So he's still pretty annoying now, as you can see on the enemy team. That gadget is just unbelievably strong. So we're going to auto-aim our super onto the Rico. That's going to be a kill for me, and I should be able to get really close to a Squeak and maybe cycle my super in time to survive. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, but as a Mortis, we should be able to do decent, especially against the Rico and the Squeak, but it's not looking very likely that my teammates are able to do so. So we've got to kind of stay back defensively just because this Edgar's got a super. I'm just going to throw it onto the Edgar now. They actually jumped to dodge that, which was a really bad choice. Somehow we're still alive after the Edgar ran into our faces there. We're just going to pass the ball off, use our gadgets trying to kill the Squeak, and it's not looking very likely that we're going to win this game just because of how badly we're getting spawn trapped here. So 3v1, unless our teammate can respawn quick enough, that's looking like it's going to be an L. So that's going to be the best mythic brawler. Let's hop into the legendary rarity. Alright guys, so jumping into the best brawler for the legendary rarity, of course we have Crow. So it was a tough choice between the likes of Spike, and Leon as well, also a really good legendary brawler. Even Sandy can be a really strong brawler in the legendary rarities. Not really, there's only one brawler in the legendary rarity that's not really the best, and that's Amber, but everyone else is incredibly strong. But Crow right now is just absolutely insane in so many different game modes. He's been played as a mid on lots of different game modes as well. He just gets so much value out of his slow. His super is really strong because you can jump onto multiple people and deal a lot of consistent damage. Just overall, not really a lot of counters in the meta when it comes down to Crow. The only really big counters for him are the brawlers that have like gadgets that can block his shots, which it will take a long time for him to take down. You have the likes of Spike's gadget used to counter him really hard, but right now there's not that many brawlers that can actually counter him. So really nice stun there from the Frank, but you can just see here the slow just synergizes with so many other brawlers. That's why it's just so strong and why he's one of the best brawlers inside of the game right now. So that's going to be the legendary rarity. Let's hop into the final one now. Alright guys, so jumping into the best chromatic brawler right now, of course we've got Eve. So Eve is right now the best brawler inside of the game, so of course she's going to be the best chromatic brawler. But it was a tough well, there were some good alternatives as well for the chromatic rarity. You've got the likes of Ruffs, of course, he's incredible in this meta. The likes of Surge, really strong. A lot of other choices as well. Chromatics, again, pretty strong. The likes of Belle, of course, always going to be in and around the top 10 brawlers inside of a game. So many good chromatic brawlers. Again, just basically all of the best brawlers inside of a game right now are legendary and chromatics, which for the first time in a while, that is the case. But yeah, Eve, absolutely insane. Need I say any more as to why she's so strong? Even this gadget is just incredibly strong because it allows her to get out of so many different situations. So she'll be able to charge our super again pretty soon. It looks like the Colette's just going to go in, deal a lot of damage to this Crow, but should be an easy walk-in against a Dynamite who's going to miss pretty much all of his shots. Still with a knockback from Daryl, we're able to score. So with Eve, you're literally able to play her in any position, any map, any mode. She's going to be incredibly strong. Her star power, so strong. Her super, incredibly broken when it comes down to how fastly she can charge it. And there's just not really a lot of counters to Eve. Only really brawlers that are like tanks. So yeah, of course, you're going to hear my dog barking in these videos as normal. But we should be able to try and finish off the game right here, getting close to another super. But yeah, let me know what you think are the best like chromatic brawlers in order. I'll be interested to hear what you think of the meta, especially for the chromatics. So that's going to be the best chromatic brawler and all of the best brawlers for their rarities. Let me know what you think of my list and what you'd improve. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.